third isomorphism theorem. If M and N are normal subgroup of a group G and N is subgroup of M, then N is contained in M, then obviously this means Mn is defined, the factor group, and Gn also defined, because G is the, like it is the situation is like this is G and this is M and this is N. So this is N, this is M, that means Mn is defined, or obviously Gn is defined and Gm is defined because they are contained, right? So clearly the situation is like this. So we have to show this is isomorphic to this. That means we again show Mn using the first isomorphism theorem. We show this is equal to kernel, right? Then it is easy. This is kernel of G by L. So first thing, how we can start? First we have to see that all these sets are defined. Now since M and N are normal, so G by N, M by N and G by M are defined. Simply we can say defined. Again define a mapping, define phi from G by N to G by M, G by M by which type of element here? Phi Gn equal to, and element of here, the structure of elements is Gm. So we define like this because we know this is factor group which contains the element of type Gn, where G belong to G. This is factor group. Now we show phi is well defined. So for phi we have to show phi is well defined, number one, and number two we show phi is onto, and number three we show phi is homomorphism, and fourth we show the kernel phi is equal to M by N, because phi we define from Gn, this we exclude. So this is actually kernel. Using the first isomorphism theorem, then we can say, because that theorem says G divided by kernel is isomorphic to Fg. So here these four things we show. So first we show phi is well defined. So to show phi is well defined, what we do, that means first we are showing, let any two element we take from here, let G1n, G2n belong to G by N such that G1n equal to G2n. If they are equal, then we show their image is also same. So this means we can say G1, G2 inverse belong to N, and N is actually subset of M from here. So we can say G1, G2 inverse belong to M, and from here we get G1M equal to G2M. That means the image of these two elements also equal if the elements are equal. So it is well defined. Now the second thing we show, phi is onto. It is simple. It is simple. Easy to show. This is the second property. Show phi is onto. Because we pick any element from here, then corresponding to that element we can show that there is element here. So let Gm belong to Gm, then obviously Gn belong to Gn such that phi Gn is equal to Gm. So second is easy. Now we show the third homomorphism. Let the third property G1 and G2n belong to G by n, then phi G1 and G2n we can write by the definition of factor group phi G1 G2n, and this is equal to G1 G2m by definition of phi, and this we can write G1 m G2m, right? Here we can take like this, here also we can take. So this is this part and this part equal to what? This part is phi G1n and this is phi G2n. Now the oneness, how we can prove? It is simple. We show that this kernel is m by n. Now the fourth, we show kernel of phi is equal to m by n. To prove this, let Gn belong to m by kernel of phi. This means, so phi Gn will be equal to, because phi gone in here, phi Gn element of this, so this is equal to m, where m is identity of G by m. So this means now phi Gn is equal to m give us, this is equal to Gm is equal to m. This we get from here by this definition. This means G belong to M, and because N is the subset or subgroup, so this I can write Gn belong to M by N, as N is given this, right? This is given. That means, so what we have shown? We have shown kernel of phi is equal to M by N. M by N. So by first isomorphism theorem, so by first isomorphism theorem, or I write above, so by first isomorphism theorem, G by N divided by, or I write like this, divided by M by N is isomorphic to G by M. So this is the theorem.